Now, a little one for you new drivers. When it comes to trailer brake, so you know whether you got it the right way. I always remember it as push to pull and pull to park. So if you push it to pull it away, and you pull it to park it. Does that make sense? Hello you beautiful people, welcome to the channel. My name is Paul if you don't already know, and you join me on Thursday. Late in the week for me to record, isn't it, on a Thursday? I never record on a Thursday. Well, I'm recording on a Thursday this week because it's the second time I've recorded this week. Because Sam were knackered again. It's been on a site now being tipped, and I thought I'd download all my footage on my cameras and that. After recording for a couple of days, I'm glad I did, because the second half of the recording there was no sound on that camera, which is what I use for my sound with an external mic. So I think, if I remember correctly, I had it plugged in charging for the second half. I think that might be the issue on that one. I think that's why it did it. I don't honestly know. So lesson possibly maybe learned. I have done some test filming and checked the footage and it's all fine. I need to test it actually whilst it's plugged in and see if it is that. No. Well, I'm sat on a weighbridge. I'm coming off a weighbridge. I don't like weighbridges. Too easy to damage your vehicle. In a little village called Stowmarket, just outside Downham Market, and we've just delivered 27 tonne, I think it was, just shy of 27 tonne, 26 tonne of poppy seeds, of all things, as it turned out. 40-foot container on the back, palletised with the right tall, we call them bulk bags in this country. You know, what you get your gravel and that, when you get it delivered from your builder's merchants, you get a ton in a bag, don't you? Those white bags. Well, these must be 6.5 foot high. These bags, and it's poppy seeds. There's an aircraft around somewhere. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there was however many pallets are there. 20. I think we're just shy of 26 tonne. Bit further on. I came in one way, I did my normal thing, checked it all, street viewed, etc, etc. I'm going to hold it here because there's a truck coming to the way. It's big enough for a pair of us. Yeah, there was no restrictions to stop me. There was no restrictions to stop me coming in the way I came in. It was through a little village, though. It was tight, it was twisty, and it upset a couple of locals who were trying to get out of the village. Not my fault, you know what I mean? It was their impatience that was causing them the issue, not me. Itchy ear. I don't mind if you move over just a little bit. Thank you. So I took advice off the office here where I've just been, and they said, past the butcher's on your left hand side, which is here. There's a right hand bend and there's a left hand turn on that bend, which is straight in front of us now. So basically I'm going straight on here as opposed to turning, going around the right bend. Going around the right hand bend, should I say. So I'm turning left here, and apparently this takes me straight back to the road, to the main road, cuts out the village. We'll see if it's any better. So I spoke to you guys about a few different things in the previous recording. It's not the best of roads, this. It's a bit bumpy. Yeah, one thing I did speak to you about was the difference. Peter Jackson, who's an old friend of mine, a colleague, he asked me to explain the difference between a tag and a lift axle. I did that in the last video, but I will do that next week. I'm going to try and keep this video short because obviously it's Thursday. We'll do it now. Let's do it now. It's super quick, right? The difference. Why I prefer a tag over a lift. I'll put photographs up. I'll try and find photographs off Tinterweb and I'll stick them on the screen now, and then I'll show you the difference between a tag and a lift rather than me trying to explain it. Basically, a mid lift is a middle axle. Tag lift is the one that tags out the back end. But for me, I prefer, when I've got a trailer on, I prefer a tag axle because it turns a lot quicker whether you're going forwards or backwards, so you can get into tight spaces a lot easier, forwards and backwards. It's just an easier vehicle to manoeuvre. It's quicker at manoeuvring. Also, it's better off-road. When you're running through sloppy mud on building sites, that type of thing, or slippy grass, whatever. You take the weight off the axle, and that's much easier. I'm back on main road in a second. You take the weight off your tag axle, put it onto your drive axle, and it gives you a lot more traction. It's way better. However, without a trailer, if I was buying myself a show truck and it was never going to be worked, just purely for looking pretty, well, I'd probably get a 4x2 to be honest, so there wouldn't be any lift axles, but I would get a DAF, not a DAF, well yeah I would actually, probably would get a DAF, but I'd get a mid-lift. Reason being, when you've no trailer on, they're a lot better drive, they're a lot comfier, you tend to find with a tag axle you get a lot of yawing. They call it yawing. Do they call it yawing when they're sailing? I'm sure it's called yawing. When it's backwards and forwards all the time, and it becomes very, very uncomfortable to the point of giving you potential seasickness. Don't know who you are, but I'll wave anyway. It gives you potential seasickness. I think we're not far from Leconheath. In fact, I know we're not far from RAF Leconheath, which is the American Air Base here in Norfolk, Norwich, Norfolk. I don't know, Norfolk, innit? I can hear a jet, but obviously by the time you've heard it, it's long gone on it. Right, I'm going to tootle on back to Felix though. I need to stop and send a message to Lorraine. But yeah, back to Felix though. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. What we're going to do now, bit of time lapse, we haven't had any yet. Bit of country music, we all like a bit of country. And then straight after that, I'll drop into a small video that my gaffer put up yesterday on TikTok. I'll have a watch of that, see what you think. And we'll speak about it afterwards. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Bye for now.
Never felt a kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stare a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. Darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night.
So, on the 7th of April, us at City are having an open day. On the 7th, we're going to have a bit of fun. I might put a quiche on. There's going to be some driving. kids activities, shit like that, so it'll be alright. I'm also going to put the bus on so you can have a go round. With the bus comes Realise. Now Realise is a company we work with who are government funded, so if you want your bus licence for free and you live in Yorkshire, come down. Realise are going to be here, have a chat with them, get signed up, be a bus driver, or get your bus licence. You'd be daft not to. So there'll be a few people here and a few operators are coming down. So Cawthorns are coming down with their new coaches, Big Bass is coming with a digger, Angry Dave's coming, Jamie's coming, Shannon that sells a rat on line's coming. And her significant, that hurt you fucker at all. My drivers are coming, oh sorry, my children are coming, because he's had a go at me for calling him his driver. James, he's the landlord of this place, he might be selling bath bombs. Loser. So, to make it a little bit more fun as well, Shannon, God bless her heart, is going to come down in her new truck, and we are going to pull it. What I might do is I might make this a charity event, so if you want to have a go, a couple of quid in a jar, put your harness on, put rope on, and we'll have a go at pulling it. I'll teach you how to do it, obviously I've done it before. So don't forget guys, 7th of April, if you want to come down, have a look around, you are more than welcome. Let's get trucking.
I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along.
Hi guys, welcome back. We are approaching Felixstowe. Time is 10 to 11. I've got a VBS in the docks for 12 o'clock, 12 or 2. And then we're going up to, I want to say Cramlington, but I don't know if that's right. Something like that. It's just north of Newcastle for tomorrow morning for 8 AM I think. Then I'll double check it. I'm sure it's 8 AM. So we've got best part of an hour to waste, but I've got a bit of an issue with the trailer. The skeleton trailers that we're using are hired from a company called TIP. And one of the wing tops. One of the wing tops on the near side keeps travelling, keeps working its way off the stays. The stays are what are either bolted or welded to the chassis, and then the wing tops hang off. Not the wing tops, sorry, the actual mud guards, the wings, hang off these stays, and it seems to be twisting at the back end, just dropping off. There's two mounting points, front and rear, on each wing top. Yeah, so we've got 2 at the front side with a stay, 2 on the back side with a stay, and it's just working its way off, and one of them is dropping off. It's getting worse, so I'm just going to stop and get them to have a quick look at it. Like I say, I've got an hour to waste. Beaver tail down the near side, and I overtook. And yeah, we had when I got back on Friday last week, I was having I wasn't having a problem. I was having a concern over the truck not starting properly. It was very, very sluggish to turn over. You know what I mean? It wasn't spinning over properly. So I went into the yard on Sunday night, stayed in the yard in the van, in my camper, stayed in that overnight. But what I mean, I thought I would double check it, make sure it fired up, and she did. She fired up okay, albeit horrendously slowly. So I thought I'd play clever, and I chucked in my my briefcase toolbox. I've got a briefcase toolbox from Alford's 15 years ago. It's not bad, does the job. It's pretty flipping good. I really like it. So I put that in the truck. I also picked up my little multimeter. electrical testing thing. So I picked up that too, and yeah, sure enough, it got worse and worse on Monday. So I ended up stopping it. I pulled into Rothwell Services, so I had time to spare. So I pulled into Rothwell Services Monday afternoon, well, just after lunch. Dropped the trailer, pulled the unit out from underneath the trailer, so I could get to the batteries because they're right on the back end underneath, in between the chassis rails. I've got to try and remember where these are. Yeah, I took the cover off, and I thought maybe it was, one of the terminals were loose, because that is kind of a side effect of terminal loose, is a sluggish start. But no, they were all snug and tight, and the wagon's just been in for an MOT, so they were all greased up nicely, and there was no green furry greb on them. So I got the multimeter, and if you don't know, the truck is a 24 volt system, but it's fitted with two 12 volt batteries, and the batteries are wired in what's called series, which is you take the negative from one battery and attach it to the positive of the other battery, and then negative off the other negative and the other positive become the two terminals, your two wires that you need, and that gives you 24 volts. So I tested across the two batteries, and it gave me exactly 24 volts. I would have expected to get closer to 25, and then I checked each the batteries individually. So I went to the terminals on one battery, tested across that. It was 13.2, I think it was, which is about what I expect for one battery. Tested the other one, 10.7, which just proved that battery was dead. It wasn't holding charge. So spoke to the office, and they arranged for me to meet up with Captain Jack Spanners in Wolverhampton, because he's based Coventry. He brought out a battery, stuck the battery on. Sweet as not, absolutely sweet as not. No drams, no issues whatsoever. Right, obviously we're at TIP now, so we're going to see what these guys have to say, and I'll catch up with you probably as we're coming out the docks. Speak to you in a bit, mate. Bit. Speak to you in a bit, guys. Bye for now. Hi, guys. Well, that took way longer than it should have done, really. We've been here an hour 15. Well, fair play to them. They've done the repair I asked them to do, and then they inspected the others, and they found one that was cracked. So they replaced the stay for me. But fair play to them. It's all sorted, all repaired. Hopefully it don't come off anymore. Makes my life a lot easier. Mess about putting it back on. Is it a rush? Hudson Road, that Nicholas Road. That's where we're going on Monday, I think. The box that we're picking up is a 20-foot drive van, it's called. That was a 40-foot drive van, from what I can gather. Might be wrong. I'm sure somebody who knows more than me watching this will correct me if I am. Yeah, we're picking up a 20-foot drive van. We're going to something fishing. I've done my my Google searching while I was getting repaired there. I had a look on Google Earth, etc., and all that stuff, like I explained in last week's video. And when I went on to Google Earth, no problem. The building's all there. It's an industrial estate. The buildings are all there, no problem. You drop down onto Street View, half of the buildings are missing. So I know the estate, I just don't know exactly where that. It's Unit 4 that I'm going to. I don't know where that is on the actual estate. So I'll have a bit of an investigation tomorrow. So I'm going to leave this bit short, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. Catch up with you guys in the morning. I'll speak to you then. See you then, guys. Bye for now. Morning, guys. Well, I messed up, didn't I forgot to film. So I'm here. I'm at the Newcastle delivery. This premises here is where I'm actually tipping. Let's say I forgot to film. So what I'm going to do, because I've got a 20-foot box on, they're not open yet. I'm not due here till 8 o'clock, and it's about 6:30. Yeah, it is 6:33. So I'm not due until 8 o'clock. I was listening to a podcast, to be fair. I listened to a guy called Dodge Woodall, and he has various guests on. Really good, actually. Really good interviews. And I kind of got zoned out with that, as you do. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is, because there's nobody around, I need to shorten the trailer. So I'm going to take you through and show you how I do that. Yeah, might as well, haven't I? So let's go do that. We'll do that now. I'll see if we can get out of the cab without killing myself. Doing this one on, it's not good for a fat bloke, is it? Right, so spin you around. 20-foot container. So it's only half the length of the trailer. So for them to tip it, I don't know if you've seen this before, you understand what I mean. As I keep saying, make a brew. But those are there, and the trailer's there. So we have to shorten the trailer, and we do that by, see, right there, that's a pin. There's obviously a corresponding one on the other side. So what we have to do, first thing you do, is put the trailer brake on. Now, a little one for you new drivers. When it comes to trailer brake, so you know whether you got it the right way. I always remember it as push to pull and pull to park. So if you push it to pull it away, and you pull it to park it. Does that make sense? Push to pull, pull to park. That's your shunt button, don't need that. That's a button for the pins. Well, it's a valve, it's not a valve. It's not a button. So I'm going to push that. So I'll do that now, but I want you to watch that there. See how that pin retracted? Alright. So now what we'll do, I'm going to set you up. It's convenient. I'll set you up over there. You can see the trailer close. Get my legs out. Set you up, see if you're right. That'll do nicely. I'll tilt you up a bit. Alright, so now we moved it to the 30-foot hole. Pull out bottom red one, and that pin will come back out. And then he's supposed to do a torque test. I know it'll be right. And we'll fix it a bit. What I will do is I'll go around the other side and I'll just double check that that pin has come out. See there, that pin's not come out. All I'll do is I'll release the handbrake and I'll guarantee that pin comes out. Guarantee it comes out. So I'll go do that. Make sure, I'll let you know later. So that's how you close the trailer. Obviously, open a trailer is just a reverse of. So trailer brake on, push in the pin, stretch it out, pull the pin, put your brake back on, job done. Easy. Hi guys. Well, we're tipped. It's 8:43. 8:43. So we've we've done really well, haven't we? We've done really well. Press that one. Press that one again. There we go. Press that. There we go. Yeah, all tipped. It took them a little over an hour. So don't get that cab. Bouncy, bouncy. Yeah, it took them a little over an hour to tip me. Which I'm happy with. I've got a 3 hours and 3 minute drive. I did clear my card. I did clear my card so I can hit it straight back. So, in theory, that box is wobbling well back there. In theory, I should be back into Sheffield for just after lunchtime, which is really good. Really good. Don't need fuel. 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so don't see the point in filling up. I'll get that Monday morning. I'll run down to Felixstowe and fill up on the docks at Felixstowe, and then I'll have a full tank from Felixstowe. Then I'll get AdBlue in the yard, which fill up on a Friday when we get back, and then it's good to go for a week then, because I've done what have I done this week. I've done about 1,900 kilometres by the time I get back. 1,900 miles by the time I get back to the yard. I've used just under a quarter of a tank. Just over a quarter of a tank of AdBlue. So as long as I fill it up, there's a cafe there. I heard in a sandwich I bought earlier. I turn left here. There's a bridge in there, look. What's that way height? 14'9". I should be able to get under it. I don't know. So we'll play safe, we'll go right. I don't know. I'm just gonna play safe. Now, who's got right away here? I think it's me. But I'll be a gentleman and let them go. Yeah, I've got my height set at 14'9". I think this would have gone under. It would have gone under. I know it would. But we'll play safe. We'll go around. It's not far. Can't see Jack coming that way though. Plenty of curb, mind. So as I was saying, AdBlue. Don't even use half a tank. I've had a lot of mileage this week. I've not even used half a tank of AdBlue, so I'll just fill that up on a Friday night or first thing Monday morning. Pardon me. Before I leave the yard. And then last week, I'd say I'll top up on diesel when I get down to Felixstowe Monday. This box we're going out to Felixstowe. Well, I would have guessed. So in last week's video, a chap commented, a chap by the name of James. James been a follower of the channel pretty much since day one. So James, thank you. We really appreciate that. And for all of those that aren't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed what you've seen. It doesn't cost you anything. It is free, completely free. It doesn't cost you a penny. The only time it'll cost you anything is if I was to set up Patreon, which I won't ever do. Can't be bothered. Don't want to do it. I don't do this for the money. I do this for something to do. Quite honestly, it puts my head into a different space, and yeah, it gives me something to concentrate on, and I don't let my mind drift off onto other things, which is where James's comment comes in. He asked me to just basically remind people of the awareness of mental health. You guys that follow the channel know that I've been struggling over the last few years. What I've never admitted to, certainly not admitted to you guys, I was literally hours away from basically ending my life. Hours away, probably less than that. I'm not going to go into details, but basically something happened and changed. I have to go into a little bit of detail. It doesn't make any sense. I went for a walk. Right, I went for a walk. But before I left my van, I ran a length of hot air ducting from the exhaust pipe. Gaffer taped it to the exhaust pipe, and I just left it underneath the van. My plan was go for a walk. So my last hurrah, if you want to call it that, whatever you want to call it. And then when I come back, I was focused, and I was doing it. I was running the hose pipe through a window, and I was going to start the van up, and that would have been me done. Stay on this one. Stay. But long story short, something happened while I was on that walk that totally changed my perspective, my way of thinking, and I called myself all the names under the sun, slagged myself off, shouted at myself, etc, etc. Got back to the van, removed the pipe, the ducting, put it in the boot of the van, back of the van, garage area, whatever you want to call it, storage area, and I started getting my life back on track. It was literally a light bulb moment for me. That what happened. I want to try. I'm not going to broadcast it on YouTube. But what happened was a light bulb moment for me, and it literally saved my life. Literally saved my life. So what I'm getting at, and what James is wanting me to do is basically, you're not alone out there. If you are feeling really, really low, reach out. Somebody will talk to you. It might not be, surprisingly. It's not the people you expect it to be. It won't be a close friend. It probably won't be a family member. It most likely a workmate or a complete stranger, to be honest. But reach out. Have a chat. And if you're out at the point where you think you can't go on, you've got to remember you've got all this pain, this pain, these horrible thoughts that's going through your mind. You can't cope. You don't want to cope anymore. You've had enough. You just basically can't carry on. You're in so much pain, whether that be physical or mental. Remember, I'm talking from experience here. But you're in all this pain. You can't cope with it anymore. You've had enough. You don't want to deal with it anymore. But if you're that low and you've run the exhaust pipe into the window and you're about to start that engine up, you've popped all the pills out of the packets and you're about to open that bottle of Jack Daniels to wash them all down with, however you're thinking about doing it, just bear in mind the pain you're feeling right now. Imagine the pain that those people around you are going to feel once you've done what you're thinking about doing. If you've got family, if you've got kids, imagine in my situation, I've got 2 teenagers, I've got 2 grown adult children, I've got a granddaughter, I've got an ex-wife who still loves me, we're just not in love with each other anymore. You imagine the pain they're going to feel if I did something like that. So your pain has ended, but you've just shifted it onto somebody else. It's not actually ended, has it? You've moved it. You've side-shifted that pain, all that suffering. You've side-shifted it onto the people that you love. Is that what you really want to do? Is that what you want your legacy to be? You know, do you want your kids to grow up thinking, my dad couldn't cope with his pain, so he passed it on to me? So, like I say, all I'm saying, you know what I mean? If you're in trouble, in your head space, reach out. Somebody's there for you. Somebody's there for you. Right, guys, on that lovely somber note, just remember that there's the open day on the 7th. Come down there. If you are feeling low, come down and see me. Come down, we'll sit down, we'll have a chat, we'll have a brew, have a burger, we'll have a good natter, pour your heart out, let me know, just talk to me. I'm there, I've been there, I know how it feels. So get your sin down. 7th of April, it's a Sunday. Come down and see me. Come down and see others. Because I know for a fact, Big Nath will sit and talk to you. I certainly will. My email address is in the link in the description below if you want to send me an email. I might not get back to you immediately, but I will get back to you. I won't leave you hanging. And ladies, gents, boys, girls, and all those that are suffering, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in next week's video.